The perfect sequel doesn't exist. Down. Wrong door. This is my favorite thing on the internet. Ratatouille is hilarious because the villain wasn't even evil. He just didn't want food cooked by rats. Character development. I'm looking for my colleague, Wreck-It Ralph. Have you seen my friend, Ralph? Ralph, are you coming, brother? I blame Disney for my taste in women. What are you talking about with the bottom right? Did you guys ever have a crush on Diego from Ice Age? No. Imagine if all of these movie studios got together to create one big film. Who goes there? I paused at the exact right time, making a hidden shrine for Mike Wazowski and hiding it in a public library for people to find. Fun isn't something you consider when balancing the universe, but this does put a smile on my face. Thinking about this picture of Mike Wazowski, I accidentally took at Disneyland. My stress levels are above par in the Incredibles 2 trailer 24/7. Lol, they turned cars into a real thing. Finally, a character I can relate to. Why is this exactly what I imagined they would look like? Sure, the Disney Renaissance was great, but the 2000s gave us some awesome Disney movies as well. IG models better hide because the original slim thick queen Mrs. Incredibles is coming back. When you finish giving a presentation that went terribly, seems like Disney is using the same guy from the graphics department. I genuinely thought this was 3 Star Wars movies. Stop crying, it's just a movie. The movie. Tadashi risked his life for no reason, running into that building to save someone who wasn't even dying. What they don't show you in The Incredibles. It's slightly less horrifying when you remember that she's Elastigirl, so her body is allowed to stretch like that. Marvel Studios. This is the most ambitious crossover event in history. Disney Animation. Hold my beer. New official Lightyear promo art featuring Andy watching the film. What nerd brings all of his toys with him to the movie theater? The entire plot of Disney Pixar's Ratatouille. You can't cook, you a rat. Screw that police. I made this joke in the Discord chat, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm wheezing. If Buzz had never accepted he was a toy, he would have been totally stoked about Sid sending him to space using a rocket. That reminds me, if Buzz didn't know, how did he know to stop talking and freeze? 1995. What if toys had feelings? 98. What if bugs had feelings? What if monsters had feelings? Fish, superheroes, cars, rats, robots, dogs, Scotland. What if feelings had feelings? Pixar movies. Someone had just said these two have the same energy. Goodbye. I will never get over Disney's original concept for Gaston. If Spider-Man was made by Pixar, the state of his bedroom before, the state of his bedroom after. There's not much sleeping happening. Oh my gosh, you can actually see Rapunzel's reflection on the white of his eyes. Disney forgets nothing. The best thing about the pivot to Bonnie from Andy is that we never had to see good old Buster die. Smash or pass? Oh Nemo, if there was only someone out there who loved you. Barracuda, come back here. You forgot one. I'm a despicable human being. Pixar is wild for making a movie about a rat that had to teach white people how to season their food. How many times did you see The Incredibles 2 already? Enough times to know that the title is Incredibles 2 and not The Incredibles 2. Hey Goob, what's up? Cool binder. Hey Goob, wanna come over to my house today? They all hated me. This is literally everyone on Tumblr. Every conversation with my mother ever. Wait a minute, you left Jack alone? Yes mom, I'm completely stupid. Teacher, why are you always late? Me, I am not fast. It took 110 supercomputers and $30 million to render this dog. Hey guys, hey, could you delete this? I don't like seeing it on my dash or in general. Screw you, I spent 15 minutes in Snapchat making this image, purely for the purpose of making people uncomfortable. Nemo appeared in the movie Monsters Inc. as one of Boo's toys 2 years before Finding Nemo was released. She found Nemo before it was cool. Have you seen my son? I forgot. Save me, father. The entire movie in 3 pictures. Someone in my neighborhood is very upset about cars, and I think Disney better offer up some answers. Missing logical sense. If there are no people in cars, then why do they have doors, or steering wheels, or dashboards, or pedals, or anything like that? Why is there a school bus if there are no children to take to school? What is happening? What is this nightmare? Remember when Scar promised the hyenas a better life in order to use them to gain powers, but when they realized he lied to them, they ate him? Something to think about. Saw this theory on Twitter that the dimension Jack goes to in Incredibles 2 is the same one from Monsters Inc. I tried to get away from it, but he picked me up with his mind powers and shook me like a doll. Well, a kid flew right over me and blasted a car with its laser vision. In The Incredibles, in the jungle scene, Violet protects Dash from gunfire with a force field. She looks surprised when she creates it, and when Dash asks her how she's producing the force field, Violet replies, I don't know. Her intention was to take the bullet for Dash. The orphans! I'm going to hell. Aladdin, get off that train. Your father is alive. Toy Story 4 is about a spork named Forky having an existential crisis because a child carelessly granted him sentience by gluing googly eyes to him. I didn't make any of that up. That's the plot, and I am hyped. What if Peter Pan was just an a-hole and had kids jump out of windows, making Neverland a coma dream? Peter Pan originally was an angel of death that held kids' hands on their way to heaven, Neverland. That's why they never grew up. All those kids were dead. My childhood, gone. Where the hell did that gift come from? The Lion King bloopers? If the Queen in Snow White has magic powers and can turn herself into an old hag, why doesn't she turn herself into someone more beautiful than Snow White? 100% of Disney queens are evil. Therefore, all of the Disney princesses are closeted psychopaths. Anna got engaged to Kristoff. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with you? Come on, I've known this one for 2 days. Finally, a remake I can get behind. Because tomorrow you could be trampled to death by wildebeest. Take time to be a dad today. In Monsters Inc. 2001, the wealthy CEO of Monsters Inc. is held accountable for his actions. This is to remind the audience that the movie is a work of fiction. This is cute because it's probably the first time she's ever seen / had her hair completely dry. How the hell is her hair soft after living in salt water all of her life? Shh, mermaid physics. It was a great show. Why cancel it? We've all been there, Woody. Zombie snarl, angry poodle, jazz clown. In the morning, I thought we all promised to never talk about jazz clown again. Jazz clown would scare the out of me. The most underappreciated conversation in Monsters Inc. So I said, if you talk to me again like that, we're through. What did she say? You know my mum. She sent me to my room. Apparently everybody's mad. They redesigned Andy for Toy Story 4. Meanwhile, I'm grateful that we don't have to look at this golem anymore. Different looking Andy means that whatever bad thing happens to the toys are just an alternate reality and the real gang is safe. 2023 is the first year Disney hadn't had a single 1 billion movie. Since 2014, I can't think of a movie Disney released that year. I mean, the thing is though, good or bad, whatever you think, they can just do a remake or, you know, they just do a sequel to an already popping show, you know, do really well. Still not on Disney Plus, Aladdin. I'm sorry, but this looks like one of those internet games that pop out of nowhere while you're on the internet. I don't know why this is ever even remotely passed for a children's movie. Man, this is worse than The Notebook. What is The Notebook? My favorite thing about Disney movies is how they do the eyes. They're so beautiful. Max from A Goofy Movie is now insanely hot. I will never forgive BuzzFeed for this. I can't believe you don't want to go to your own son's graduation. It's not a graduation. He's moving from 4th grade to the 5th grade. It's a ceremony. It's psychotic. They keep creating new ways to celebrate mediocrity. Is it me? Or is this one of the most relatable animated movies ever? What? Okay, fine, I'm cool. I'm fine. Hades speaks to me on a spiritual level. Why does Tumblr always relate to the Satan of every fandom? Because it's easier to identify with a flawed character than some kind of ultra-human the hero normally is portrayed as. Damn, that was deep, man. When your friend says they don't like Disney movies. Did you ever notice the astrological signs around the magic mirror? How to draw Mickey Mouse? 1. Start with 3 circles. 2. Add a heart shape. 3. Receive letter from Disney Legal. Cease and desist. 4. How to draw a cat? Start with a circle. I bet if they made Ratatouille 2, it would have been like Ratatouille International, and they would have entered a cookery contest and met chefs from around the world, but they all had different rats in their hats. I have been waiting for this forever. Where is it, you little one-eyed cretin? Okay, first of all, it's retin, and if you're going to threaten me, do it properly. Literally every person on Tumblr. In case you were wondering, this is what it is like to work in customer service. Find yourself a person who looks at you the way Felix looks at his root beer. I legit don't want anyone to look at me like this. Cute. He's playing in the unborn flesh of his own kind. From Snow White's perspective, the old peddler woman was totally legit. She gave her an apple and told her to make a wish. Next thing she knows, the prince is there to take her away, and she is surrounded by her friends rejoicing. If leaf-footed bug eggs were made by Pixar, here's what Disney princesses would look like if they were serving in the Serbian military. Disney princess sings, every animal in a 10-kilometer radius. Mickey, what are you doing here? Minnie, I'm done with you. Wendy, hello Peter. The saddest part about this isn't that she's grown up. It's that after all this time, the boy she loved is back, and she still loves him. Can't wait until I'm emotionally stable enough to see the new Pixar movie without worrying about what it might do to my mental state. Teacher, you can't hear images. Me.
That was the rudest person I've ever had to believe. Blah, 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 blah.
The life of a Disney cast member. Is your country or culture relevant enough to be represented by Disney? Yep. Hi, I'm Lewis. Well, that was unexpected. I loved this movie. Meet the Robinsons. The movie Frozen is a cautionary tale for overly restrictive parents. Kids need to experience life with guidance so that they don't marry the first guy they meet, or go all ice witch on people at the first sign of conflict. Cinderella must have some messed up feet if her slipper didn't fit anyone else's foot in town. When people make really good art for a fandom you're not in. Ah, great. What is it? Beauty and the Beast 2 should just be 90 minutes of Bella and the prince shopping for new furniture after it got turned back into people. If the mother in Tangled had just told Rapunzel her birthday was on a different date, the whole movie wouldn't have happened. Can I shoot an arrow? Can I? Please? Can I? Not with that. Why not use your very own? Happy birthday, my wee darling. Her little face. One good thing about this movie. He could have said, no, shooting arrows is not for little girls. But instead, he said, no, shooting with that big bow is not for little girls. Use this small one. I think that's fantastic. Cinderella's dress must have been very revealing if the prince looked at her all evening without being able to remember her face. I'm so glad CGI movies based on 2D characters actually try to make them look like characters now, instead of like weird mutant realistic versions. Like, which side looks better to you when I walk into hell? To me, it looks like Woody's going to start a routine where people get paid money to undress. I mean, he's already got the name for it. Spits out juice over last comment. Now our kids are in danger. If you suspected danger, why did you bring them? I didn't bring them. They stowed away. And I don't think you're striking the proper tone. One of these is not like the others. Muscle Stitch. Yes, the wrong Stitch is here. Aladdin could have just handed the lamp to Jasmine, and they would have gained 3 extra wishes. Reminder that since Ursula is a straight-up shapeshifter, it follows that if her accustomed form is pear-shaped and visibly aged, it's because that's how she likes it. Stop normalizing the grind, and normalize whatever the hell this is. It really exists. P. Sherman Wallaby, no way. Nice move, Moana. How the heck are future chiefs supposed to balance something on top of a shell? He thought his little friend got baked into a cookie. Is this Disney? I'm not sure. Kinda seems like it though. Why is everybody randomly singing? You can't marry someone you just met. Finally, someone says something. Disney erects giant Woody at Hollywood Studios. They could have used a different word. We're getting closer. Segway 9bot unveils a transportation pod. Gets criticized once. Dies. I've got 2 brain cells left, and it's just these 2. None of these animated movies got the attention they deserve. I forgot what that movie is called. You know, Middle Right. I loved that movie though. I didn't know that Linguini and the Rat had a child. Look, the only live-action Disney remake I want to see is The Emperor's New Groove, and I want there to be no CGI. I want Kuzco to be played by 2 actors in a cheap llama costume. Disney/Pixar movies now are like, the women in your family are complex, imperfect, and people who carry the trauma, hopes, and dreams of your female ancestors, and their husbands are just some guys. I almost died. 3rd time on my dashboard. Still funny. You will order the princess to marry me, but you're so old. Bless the Sultan. The fact that this was the thing that pulled the Sultan out of his trance. Remember when Mulan risked her life and her family's honor to save her dad and ended up saving all of China from the Huns, but Anna and Elsa are considered Disney feminist icons. No eating here tonight. Eating here tonight. No eating here tonight. You're on a diet. I love it when DreamWorks makes fun of Disney. They literally gave Ariel a villain arc. Aladdin's only friend were a carpet that moved, a smoking lamp, and a monkey that he communicated with. He was totally just on drugs. Toy ducks quacking. I was thinking about this picture on the drive home and started laughing so hard that I almost got into a car wreck. This picture almost killed me. So, I'm in the middle of cleaning my room, which is why this looks a mess. And my sister is playing with her toys. I hear her say, "We just love new toys," in a really menacing voice, and I turn around to see this. Pixar finally announces The Incredibles 2. Everyone, are we there yet? Pixar, we get there when we get there. The Blu-ray of Cinderella, right, has been so scrubbed of grain that they've actually destroyed the line work in some scenes. Hey Jen, what are you thinking about? Nothing. Also me. Nemo means no one in Latin. Finding Nemo means finding no one. So the whole movie is about a delusional father by the name of Marlin, who is so traumatized about losing his family that he goes on to search for his missing son, who isn't even alive. Don't you people realize we're living in our own shit? Shh, here he comes. Nicely done, Pixar. Out here living my best life. Mickey is melting. This ain't about him. His expression while saying nickel is priceless. When I was on the bus, I found a nickel. I wish I had pockets. Nothing but respect for my first emo girlfriend when I was 5. She better mess stuff up in this movie. I don't want to hear no more of that.
I'm scared of using my powers.
Bro was panicking. Miles, knock it off. I'm not wearing underwear, Miles. Please. Ariel was originally designed with blonde hair. No way, so was Merida. I don't know who that is. Marvel. Infinity War is the most ambitious crossover event in history. Me. People who get annoyed about Pixar's cars having their eyes in the windshield clearly did not witness or enjoy Susie's the Little. They gave Elastigirl the main role in Incredibles 2 to make up for the fucked up stuff they made her do in the first one. Okay, first of all, she is their mother, and she did nothing less than keeping her family safe. McQueen, 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 McQueen. Not today, old man. I know all of your tricks. Not all my tricks, rookie. The production team for The Prince of Egypt conferred with roughly 600 religious experts to make the film as accurate as possible. They touched the butt. Okay, well, I'm afraid there is no GIF, so they're talking about a GIF, but they touched the butt, I guess. I've seen the Incredibles scene, but not the other two. Happy Pride, from our junkyard to yours. Is this saying Mater and Lightning McQueen are gay? Wait, Cars the musical? Can we discuss Jane and Bella's different teaching techniques, and how Jane is teaching Tarzan how to read with basic children's books? See Jane run. While Bella, on the other hand, decides that the first thing the beast should learn how to read is Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Bella's having none of your uncultured Did Disney forget it makes movies for children? Let's get out of here. We'll run away together and start a pride. All our own. This one is different. He's honest and sweet and wouldn't do anything to hurt me. He's a guy. I love watching Disney movies when you're older and come across scenes like this. Hades was the original sassy gay friend. The commercial for Charmin Ultra Strong has horrifying implications. The fact there is a security checkpoint for the bear airport, or should I say bearport, implies that there are certain bears who have malicious intent to blow up the bear planes. There are bearerists in this universe that aspire to destroy things that these ass-wiping mammals hold near and dear. That bear is naked. What was Scar's name before he got his scars? I don't usually comment on posts, but this fun random Disney fact. Before Scar got his scar, which was given to him by a wildebeest after an incident involving Mufasa, his name was Taka. He requested to be called Scar after this incident because he is a very overdramatic lion, as we already know. The source for this fact is from the Lion King novel series. Damn, you learn something new every day. Monsters University official trailer. What if the reasons the creator of Monsters Inc. waited 12 years to make Monsters University? What's because the kids who watched Monsters Inc. of ages 5 to 7 to 6 are now 17, 18, or 19 and off to college. The same goes for Toy Story 3. And how Andy was giving up his toys, his childhood, and moving on off to college as well. What if they wanted to say goodbye to the child that loved their movies properly? Today at breakfast break, I was just casually eating a packet of Finding Nemo fruit snacks, and everything is normal. I'm talking to shiny eating candy sea creatures. But then unexpectedly, I pull out a freaking Mike Wazowski from this package of aquatic animals. He is a monster. Why was he in here? This is not Monsters Inc. Mike, this is the ocean. I dare you to go back to the candy packager and tell them, put this thing back where it came from, or so help me. The adults' reactions to, well, I'm sorry, she's rich and will probably get no more than a slap on the wrist. They all look so proud, but you can just see Winston's smug. She can escape the law, but my guilt shaming is eternal. Just watch. Face. It's my favorite. I'm going to cry, bros. I was finishing my set at the gym, and a song I haven't heard of came on autoplay, and I was like, damn, this stuff goes off. I checked the song, and it's from the Plains OST. Shaquille, don't feel... It's nearly 4 in the morning. I don't understand this. I don't know why you're laughing hysterically at 4, and it is 6:30 for me, and I didn't even understand this. Edna, you're the best. Yes, I know, darling. I know. I want to have Edna's confidence. The thing is, she needs to be confident. She needs to be the best, so that the tragedies of her past don't happen again. Why? No capes. She made those outfits. Her outfits are the reason that competent heroes died. She needs to be better than she was, better than she is. So she sets those standards for herself. Excuse me, who gave you permission to give me emotions over Edna mode? Trouble. You're only in trouble if you get caught. My motto. What's a motto? Nothing. What's a motto with you? A Disney reference in a Disney post. We have achieved a post-singularity event. A room full of scientists applaud and shake hands. Notice how all of humanity has just gone downhill since they declared that Pluto was not a planet anymore. Wrath of Pluto. Actually, Pluto was the Roman name for Hades. They named a planet after a god of the dead, then revoked its planetary status and thought everything would be okay. You fools. If Mike Wazowski lost his legs, would he be decapitated or legless? A complete analysis. Legless, because if he's decapitated, that means he would have to die. What do you guys think?